Ha ha. Hello? Hello? Cool, cool, cool. Hello. Hey guys, thanks again for Hype Train. How's it going? It's Thursday again, I've heard. Ah. Ah. What up, guys? It's another Thursday Hangout stream. I didn't come prepared at all today. Um, I might start doing the thing where I don't read so many darn subs all the time because we started doing that on our main streams, and maybe that'll just make my life and the life of people watching easier. But thank you, Burnt Squirrel Man, for gifting 5 subs. That is substantial, I guess. But thank you, everyone. You're all substantial. I'm tired. What's up? Thank you, guys. The new episode's very good. I'm just gonna draw today. We're just gonna hang out and draw as usual. Poets, not poets. Poets, you are substantial, but I was trying to read Zero Regrets something. It says they're doing physics homework. Yeah, grab your nearest thing you gotta do, because I'm just providing a chill environment for us to do things in. How's everyone's day? Bup, bup, bup. Hey, sure, it'd be nice if you did the things I asked, Cintiq. We just drawing. Yugi tarot deck would be bomb. I made my own, at least the major arcana Yu-Gi-Oh GX one when I was in like the 6th grade, because what can I say? I'm just so darn cool. Okay, great. Wait, no, not that layer, this layer. Uh... Well, good luck, everyone, with all of your respective things you gotta do. I'm just doing whatever today. I went to the post office. I wanted to go yesterday, but I went for a walk on Monday or Tuesday. I went for a walk someday. You know how time is nowadays. And very gracefully twisted my ankle in front of the one group of people that I passed and crossed paths with on my walk. So I stayed off of it for a day and went today. And I got pizza because there's a pizza place near the post office and it's a long walk, so I'm allowed. And the guy at the counter was like making chit chat, and he was like, "How was your summer?" And I'm like, "Buddy, it is so sweet of you to ask, but you know how my summer was." I've been at this pizza place about once a week, every week since July, when I felt cool with leaving my apartment for more than 20 minutes a week. And I look like shit every time, so he knows how my summer is going. But it was kind of him to ask. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing with this doodle sketch thing. I started this about 10 minutes before starting the stream, so does it show? We're figuring it out. Oh yeah, school started for school people. Good luck to everyone doing school right now. I can't imagine it's any easier this year. Godspeed, friends. Do I do any art on traditional mediums? Not really. Very occasionally, but it's not the same as my digital stuff. It's just a whole different beast. I think I have some here. Is this it? Let's make sure there's no documents in here. I was doing a bit of traditional at the start of the pandemic, as you do. I did this one. I can't see where my camera is. There's one on the back. I think I posted these all on Twitter at some point, so. This is Cheong from Twice, because I'm in love with her. Stuff like that. I want to do more of this stuff. I actually just bought a ton of Posca markers at some point, because it was one of those things where I had to buy something else, and I was like, but what if I just add, 30 markers to my cart too? It's been a while since I've bought something fun, and so, and then my dad sent me a bunch of gray paper for my birthday, so I should really make use of all those things. I used it to make my grandma a birthday card, and then I haven't really done anything else with it, so. Well, thank you guys, by the way. Andrew Gerard Way from MCR. We love to see it. I can't wait to stream next week on next Thursday on what would have been the day I would have seen My Chemical Romance had this year gone correctly. But now I have to wait till next year, because we as a society deserve to be punished. I don't know what I'm doing. I have an idea for this, but I'm in the very early stages of sketch, so it looks stupid. So. Can we get MCR next bonus stream? We'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely be a little bit in my feels, so we'll see what I haven't been planning my streams. I was really getting things prepared ahead of time the first few times I did bonus streams, and now it's just a lot to do. So I've kind of come in with nothing. We'll do. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll do something emo next week. Who knows? Because I'll be emo that I have to wait another full year. I'm just glad that I got to keep the tickets, because if I had to go through getting those again, I would have just ascended to the sun and caught fire willingly. Yeah, it's not unprepared, it's chill. We're not here for a structured time per se. We're here for a good time. I just haven't been doing a ton of drawing in my downtime. Instead, I started watching this K-drama, and I'm just like kind of slogging through it at this point. So it's been holding my attention. So I can't draw. What K-drama? It's some Netflix one. Because I finally got my own Netflix account since I've failed to get my family to get their own. So now I'm just gonna pay for my own like an adult. And what's it called? It's called Was It Love? And I started watching it because it's about a single mom, and like these four men show up in her life, and it's basically Mamma Mia. It's it's Mamma Mia, which is all I want in a piece of media. I don't want to experience new things. I just want Mamma Mia again. So, yeah, but it's like 14 episodes long, and the episodes are like an hour each. And I got about 8 episodes in, and I was like, I'm invested, but I don't know. I want to know how it ends, but I'm not super like emotionally invested. I just kind of want to know how the story ends. So I'm just still watching it. I have one more episode as of today. It's called Was It Love? I don't watch a lot of K-dramas, but they're the type of thing where it's just like, I know that this is what I want right now. It's just the problem is I don't know Korean. So I do have to have at least half of my attention on it so I can read the subtitles, which means not getting a lot else done. Head big, head fine. Yes, I am just drawing these two again. You know, I have to do a lot of miscellaneous drawings for Drawfee, so if I want to spend my downtime drawing the same two bitches over and over again, I will, because I love myself. Some days a little too much. So, it's them again. Chat. Sorry, I'm trying to read chat. Thank you guys. I am valid. Today, I feel valid. I did a fun thing where I bought clothes for the first time in like 8 months. So I'm just going to be riding that high for the rest of the day. Which way did I have the movement going? It's this way. Yellow hoodie? Not yet. I got some jogger sweatpants because I don't want to wear real pants anymore. And I got this shirt. The shirt's new. And I just wanted to wear it and feel nice. Make them hold hands. I don't want them to hold hands. I want them to almost be holding hands and looking emotional. I have an idea for a GIF. Do some tricks and make this a little GIF, but we'll see. What does the shirt say? Sinner. Sometimes you just have to wear your new shirt straight out of the package because it's all you have. It's September and your year is just going down the drain and you got one nice thing going for you this week. The pants are nice too, and I'd be wearing them if they weren't like really warm. It's not that, it's still a little warm here. But I thought they looked cute and they match my ankle brace that I'm wearing right now. I'm drawing my Schmando boys because I have one comfort zone right now. I just want to draw something. Been doing a lot of other stuff this week. Working on some secret projects, so that's basically a leg. This is, yeah, nice and crooked. Oh, what brush do I use for inking? It depends. I have a much wider range of brushes I use on Photoshop than I do on like Procreate. It depends. It also changes throughout the year. Because for whatever reason, I'm inking with, and these are all from the Kyle's ink box. I'm inking with the Comic Tech pen for some reason. Lately, I've been using the Kyle's Manga Razor as my go-to inker. But I also use the Animator pencil a lot, and Too Smooth to Be Forgotten, or the Kyle Letterer Point Calligraphy Small. How's my back? It's fine. I think I slept in a weird position last week, and I pulled my neck. It basically felt better after last week's stream. Like by Friday, it was fine. It was just a little bit of pain, like right here. So that's just being 27, I think. No. Ankle thing, completely unrelated. That's just a normal problem. I've sprained my ankles like 5 gazillion times each, so they're just bad forever. So this isn't weird. It's just been a while since I've twisted my ankle because I never left the house this year. But it finally happened, and it was only a matter of time. But it's okay because my ankles are basically built like rubber now. They're incredibly elastic, so they're really easy to twist, but they don't really hurt. I can just feel that it's swollen, so got it wrapped. feel like this arm is long. I'm not having a good streak with placing my hands this week. Hands are hard. That feels about right. '20s are when your body starts to hurt. Boy, do I know it. Anytime that I roll my ankle and I do not completely like eat shit is just a good day. So I can't complain. Cannot complain about this one. But still trying to take care of it at least. Just wait till the 30s. Bring it on. How do I deal with my jelly ankles? Be mindful. Yeah. I don't know. It's just random when they're gonna give out, so I just try to be careful literally anytime I walk. But I own an ankle brace, so that's kind of my main thing. I know how to take care of it. So I don't have real advice. I'm truly just living on a prayer every day. Delicate ankles are a really attractive feature through most of history. I guess if you like falling down. The last time I really like hurt my ankle was last summer, and I was carrying like a little box with a slice of cake in it because I got a treat, and I just like rolled it so hard that I completely fell down and like skidded. And two things, I flung my cake like down the sidewalk, so that was embarrassing. It was fine, but it felt bad, man. And then two, I tore up both of my knees, but it didn't rip my pants, and I was kind of upset because I was like, it would be kind of cool if it like ripped my pants and I'd have like cool rips on my pants. But instead, it just tore my knees up, and the pants were fine. I guess they're just really good pants. But yeah, I was just like, I think I just hurt my knees. I don't think the skin broke, and then I felt the material and I was like, "Oh, it's wet. Damn it." And I was in Manhattan cuz I was coming home from work. And so I still had to like take the subway and then like walk about a mile to my apartment. So that was a fun day, but that's just par for the course at this point in my life, honestly. I mean, the cake was fine. It was kind of like thrown around inside the box, but the cake was salvageable. It didn't touch the ground. It's just the box. The box. But so yes, I did still eat that cake. I'd bring it all the way home and eat it. I deserved that. That day, I deserved it. But yeah, and now I have some cool scars on my knees, so that's great. I love being injury prone, but I guess it reminds me that I'm alive. Ah, sorry, I hit my mic. Was the cake good? Yeah. That's like the one thing I miss the most. Casually picking up cake from Paris Baguette. I miss me that tiramisu cheesecake, bro. But they do have tres leches at the grocery store now, so it's the little things that get you through the year. Yeah, things I miss is going to specifically this one Paris Baguette in Manhattan, because it was 3 stories and it was always empty. So I have this friend who we used to like meet up, and we would just hang out in that Paris Baguette for like a full Sunday and draw and like, you know, drink coffee and eat cake, because no one was ever there. And I miss doing that. Those are the things I miss the most. But someday. Head big. Head big. Actually, no. Yeah, no. Why head big? Whatever. I'll figure it out later. This is only my 3rd sketch. I still have at least 3 more. There we go. What inspired the plot of Hawkeye PI? I wrote about this in the author's notes of the printed book, but I don't know if I've talked about it much. The original like plot, so the 3 issues that exist, for that, I had like a few meetings with Julia to just kind of suss out like, hey, what's Schmidt's character like? Because, you know, you should be able to decide a lot of that. And then what should this, what should the pilot be? And then, so together we decided on like, these are going to be the cases. This is kind of the story beats it's going to hit. And all of that. And Knife Dog Watson was actually a joke that I made during these pitch meetings where, because it was going to be a lost dog case. Issue 2 was always going to be a lost dog case. But at some point I was like, oh yeah, like, and then he finds the dog, but he has a knife. And that was just a joke, but I thought it was funny. So I wrote it into the actual thing. But yeah, so the concept parts we worked on together, but Julia was also super busy at the time because this is when Drawtectives was still like getting started, so she was working on all the backgrounds, which you can imagine was like really busy on top of everything else at the time. And so that was mostly it. And then I took all of the notes that we had from those meetings and wrote the actual scripts, which was a lot of retooling. That was actually a really interesting writing process because there was a lot of constraints about the length of Hawkeye PI, so I had to really condense the story a lot. So, yeah. And yeah. And as a fun fact, I wrote a lot of the original scripts of Hawkeye PI while I was really sick. I had a really bad fever and I was out of work for at least a day or two. I don't remember, but I wrote them in bed in between my fever naps. So that was fun. Have I done other serial comics? The only one is Two Demons, my magnum opus Overwatch fan comic that still isn't finished because it's incredibly difficult to work on. But that one's completely written. But yeah, that's the other one. Do I think I'll go more into detail now that I don't have the same constraints, like in terms of stories and cases? Here's the thing. I didn't mind the constraints of, well, in terms of writing, the constraints of Hawkeye PI was the schedule. It was on a really rough schedule. So I had to make it as completable as possible, aka not as long as I could have made it, for my own sake, and not so much for the sake of, editors or anyone involved, all three people involved in the making of this comic. But I thought it was really interesting for the writing point because if you read Two Demons, love to add a lot of extraneous detail into my comics because I come from an animation, point of view. And to me, it's like, I need to have 3 panels to show this subtle change in facial expression or else I will die. But you can't do that with like Hawkeye PI because I had to keep it as concise as possible for being able to meet the schedules that I was, requested to meet. So in Hawkeye PI, it was like, originally it started with Nando answers like a job listing by Schmidt, and then they meet up at the office, and then they go to the airport, and then they go here, and then they do this. Can't do that in 40 pages. So instead it turned into what it was. And I thought that worked out for the better. I thought it actually helped the story a lot. And so I don't mind having to do that editing. So, part of why Two Demons is so gosh darn long is just because I do a lot more experimental stuff with the paneling in that, because I do tend to mix it in with my animator brain of making it more like a storyboard. But with Hawkeye, it's a lot more straightforward as a comic, and I think that's good for it. So some little writing insight between comics and animations. It's interesting. And it's not a way that I had worked in before, but it was nice to have restraints like that. Is this What would have been my career choice if I didn't take up art? I don't know, nothing. I have one thing going for me. I don't know. While I was still kind of like trying to get a job after college, I did consider working in like a card shop if possible. Wow, Karina. Really sticking to your guns, but I don't know. Where could I find Hawkeye PI? That's on Webtoon. If you go to my Twitter, there's a link on my pinned tweet. If you want to read that other comic, Two Demons, go to my Tumblr. Everything is the same. Good spelling, Karina. That's my Twitter and my Tumblr. Bwop, Dilphosaur. Am I still writing Hawkeye PI? Yes. I already know what episode 4 is, or issue 4. And I have a general idea of what the story is and how it ends. I'm really good at doing the beginning, the ending, and a few dramatic points throughout. It's the everything else that's super hard. So, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I have every intention of continuing it. Stuff's just kind of all over the place this year. So it's been difficult to fall back onto my longer projects. Same with Two Demons. It's just hard this year. Everything's hard. Okay, are you on the same plane? Why are you so leaning? Okay, that goes there. How would someone go about starting a comic? Writing. If you have an idea, start writing it out. At least for all of my stuff, I have at least some semblance of a script. Here, you want to get a little peek behind the curtain? Not that. Not that either. That's two spoilers. God, where is anything? I have the entirety of Two Demons written on my phone. Just like this. And I just write the dialogue as a script. I don't leave myself a lot of direction. But yeah, if you have any type of ideas, jot it down, put it down into something tangible, and then start putting pictures to it, I guess. And yeah, because I think the way that I wrote Hawkeye PI was because I was required to have a script because I was working with at least one editor who had to approve of these things. So what I actually did was take a bajillion notes because I had the notes from our meetings with Julia and stuff. So I had those notes. I plotted out the entire story in just bullet points. And then I did thumbnails of every single page. I do have it here. God. Oh, it's a mess. So I would do these notes of sorry. This is what happens and stuff. And then I would do these extensive thumbnails of every single page and plan out where all of the dialogue goes. And then based on those thumbnails, I wrote a formal script for the sake of the editor. So that was a bit of a bonus step. But yeah. Just a lot of planning back and forth in whatever way benefits you the most. Like, I'm a really visual person. Gentle spoiler, working on some type of new book right now. And the only way I can possibly plan that out is to just take a bajillion notes on squares and then use that to show, like, this page is this page is this. So, stuff like that. Do you have to do small thumbnails, or is it kind of rough pencils for layout okay to start with? I don't know if you can tell by my overall drawing process, but I do a ton. I wonder if do I have work file? I do. I know I have work files of Hawkeye PI on my computer. I did so much of it on this computer. What is here? Here, let's look at something really behind the scenes. It's a good page. So what is this page? Okay. Do I have my original sketches in here? I do. Get out of here, all of you. Yeah, there we go. Where did I put my little book? Let's see if I can find the original thumbnail for this one. Oh, it's tiny. Oh God. I think somewhere. I can't see it. And I like clicked out of OBS because I'm a genius. It's too small. It's too small to see. The thumbnail is literally the size of my thumb. It's so tiny. So I did that. I wrote the script. This is the layout I did. And then it turned into this. But yeah. In terms of planning, it's whatever works. I wonder if I have a less... My files are all vile because they're so messy. I tend to delete them. I'm trying to see if I got... because this is one of my other comic files that's just... Can you handle this right now, Photoshop? Are you mad at me? Nah, yeah. Do I have... geez. Do I have... I delete my sketch layers because I hate myself. Trying to see, because for the Two Demons comics, I don't have scripts for this. I just do thumbs and then draw on top of the thumbs and make them big. Okay, this one has a sketch layer in it. Good job, Karina. Look at these good layouts. But yeah, this is basically where I start from. How far down do you have to scroll on Tumblr to find the very first Two Demons comics? They have their own tag. If you click on the side, there should be a link that says Read Two Demons, and if you're in a browser, it should list them in chronological. But yeah, so these are usually how I plan out the comic, and I'll do some sketch layers on top of that. I think I deleted every other sketch layer from this one, so oopsie doopsie. And yeah, and then it turns into this. So yeah, that is some insight into the comic making. I don't know what else. I delete so many of my layers as I work on these really long things, so but it is cool to look back and see if I still have my sketch layers. Ooh, this is my favorite one. Do I have the sketch layer for this one? Photoshop is not liking that I'm opening all of my biggest files while also running OBS. This one, oh, does it? Oh, wow, I kept every single sketch layer. I knew what I was doing. Yeah, this is usually my first pass on thumbnails, stuff like this. How many sketch layers do I have on this one? Yeah, so I usually start with a full thumbnails showing all the panels and stuff. I'll start refining the drawings on top of it and go from there. Stuff like that. Which files do you name as all of them? I don't know if you can tell, but all of my Two Demons files are named Key Smashes, and it's caused me nothing but problems. So at least now I save them in their own folder. But yeah, so thumbs, final. How do I split them up into individual pages then? I'm on the edge of glory at all times. Okay, I'm going to start closing all of these incredibly heavy files so that my computer doesn't just give up on me right here. But yeah, I hope that gave some insight into comic making maybe. It's just you do whatever planning you need to. I usually do a few passes on drafts and layouts, so. What are your thoughts on having many panels per page versus only a few? It depends. It depends on your intent. As I said before, I am a person who loves throwing a bajillion panels in. So I guess it also depends on if it's like in a book versus, reading it like webtoon scroll style or something. I think it's better to have fewer panels so that it just reads a bit cleaner. I'm not a fan of, tons and tons of speech bubbles. That kind of layout thing where people just like if this were one, it'd be like doop, 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 doop. I don't like this. I don't like this kind of thing. Figure it out. As many panels as necessary for the flow to feel correct. I don't know. I don't have any formal comics training in terms of, laying out comics and figuring out that. I go purely by aesthetics and function. So, if having 9 panels on one comic page does what it needs to do and reads the way like it should, But yeah, I guess it just depends. 3 bubbles per panel minimum, you were told? Probably. Yeah. For me, it's more about the way the speech bubbles are. Too many speech bubbles kills a page. But, you know, if you need a lot of panels to show all the little visual things, I think that's a better use of your space than, one panel with 12 speech bubbles. Have you ever pulled a Julia and learned a new program for a limited time project? Yes and no. Not on my own time. I love being in my comfort zone always. But I have had to, I was hired to do cleanup on an animated short once. And I had to do Toon Boom, which was a program I never used before. So they just had me learning it as I worked on the job. What am I doing with this? Eh. Do I want to keep using this brush? Might as well. Is that common? I thought most jobs with art would only hire people with experience in the program. Was that just a sudden need? I'm like trying to remember what this job was. I think this was the first job I had taken with this studio. So, and I'm not fully sure the conditions under which they reached out to me, as in, I don't know how I was on their list, but always glad to be. But, yeah. I wouldn't say it was like a desperate situation. It wasn't like I was one of their ringers yet or anything. But no, I think they were just willing. Are we going to get an animation challenge? God, I hope so. I'd be down. What was your first crack art program? I keep hitting my mic today. I'm sorry if you're hearing the mic stand noises. My first art program was Jask Paint Shop Pro 10, because my dad already had it. But after that, I used Open Canvas, and then I think I had a cracked version of Psy. Are there any good free apps like Photoshop to start a manga/comic? Specifically, I wouldn't know. I know chat has, I don't know what's like in anymore. Because I've owned Photoshop CS6 since 2012. Yeah. Chat, do your thing, list the things. So that's kind of what I've mostly used. I don't use a lot of like free or cracked software anymore. So I couldn't tell you. I don't know what's in vogue with the kids anymore. I buy my software because I'm a crusty old adult. I will say, not free, but Clip Studio is, I've heard great things. I actually bought it. I finally bought Clip Studio on sale. I haven't really gotten to use it a lot yet. I was thinking of using it today, but I haven't like touched it yet. So I didn't want to figure out the UI live in front of people. I'd be down to maybe do a drawing in there once I'm more familiar. Yeah, maybe next week. I just haven't had the chance since I'm just too busy doing actual work or watching K-dramas, you know? So that one has a lot of things built into it specifically for comics and stuff. But I can get back to you on that. A lot of people are saying Krita. I've never used that one, but people keep saying that one. And Medibang. Have I seen Untamed? The Untamed? I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. I don't usually watch stuff. I just did lately. I just finally got a Netflix account because I really wanted to watch Agretzko in the comfort of my bed. So I just, yeah. So here I am. And I watched Brand New Animal. And then I was like, I guess I should find other things to watch. And immediately watched the closest K-drama to Mamma Mia I could find. Is this? Any advice on how to get animation work as a fresh grad? I don't know. I didn't get any animation work until like, because I graduated in 2015 and I started freelancing for a studio regularly in 2016. So nothing right away. And I think I kind of got into that because of where I went to school. Because there were a lot of people from my school who worked for that studio, and I think I just kind of got connected into it. So connections are real, but a lot of it is just putting yourself out there, which is such, that's not advice anyone wants to hear nowadays, but it kind of is. It also depends where you are, because I'm based in New York and there's a lot more limited animation opportunities up here. So it's kind of like, there's a few studios. So you just kind of have to like weasel your way into that scene. So good luck. Wherever you are, good luck. Where did I go to school? School of Visual Arts, SVA, in Manhattan. Trumpet Mary says, save your work right now. Reminder for digital artist. Thank you. Jupiter Soft says, branch out and look for smaller studios that may be doing things you don't really care about, commercials, corporate work, that kind of thing. It might not be exciting, but it's a great foot in the door. Yes. Because all of the animations I ever did were commercial work for a pretty small studio. And, that was good. There were a couple of pilots I worked on through that studio too. So just figure out where you can slip in. Bekugo, I did an animation of Mendo, but I'm far too much of a coward to post it. Post it, coward? Come on. I got you. I got you. If there's questions being posted that I am not immediately answering, it's because I don't know how to answer them. I don't have a lot of answers. I'm sorry. Tips on achieving smooth line art. Depends. Do you consider this smooth line art? It's too big. I feel like I feel like if you're trying to like smoothen out your line art, change the actual way in which you draw. Because sometimes if you're having trouble, you know, it's because you're working too hard in your wrist. So I don't know. I feel like every time I try to demonstrate what I mean by that, I kind of mess myself up because, you know, drawing still comes from your hand and your arm and your shoulder. So, wow. What is this link? What did you link? Is it a bad habit to always draw with pencil and paper, scan it and ink digitally? No. Whatever works. There's no real right or wrong when it comes to process, I think. It's just, you know, maybe you want to achieve something different. I keep hitting my mic. I'm sorry. But, you know, if something's working for you, I'm sorry. I keep bonking. I don't want to do this right now. I have a favorite project I've worked on in my career. I don't know, because there's a lot of projects I've worked on, and some of them it's just like I like the project itself, but I wasn't really involved in it that much. Sorry, one sec. The stream started about an hour ago, so I'll be streaming for just under another hour, by the way. And there's projects that were like good, but they're just old. So I'm like, I'm just like, it was a good project, but the art isn't good, or the ideas don't align with what I would do current day, I guess. Sorry, I have to answer this message real quick. Bonk my microphone again. am. Have you ever joined art station challenges? I don't know what that is. Did I color Nathan's tarot in the new video? No, we all color our own stuff now. Do I skateboard? No. Bold of you to assume I'm coordinated anyway. That's my favorite thing about Julia Jacobs and Nathan's art style. That's hard. I like a lot of things. I love how hard Julia works and how good she is at drawing scenes and rooms unironically. She's so talented. It's so precise and she just like does it. Like what the hell? I love the way Jacob can break things down into shapes, and it's just so good. Just the shape of any character he draws is so pleasing to the eye, if that makes sense. And I love Nathan's versatility. Nathan can draw anything and it looks like exactly what it's supposed to look like. Will we ever collab with other people again? Oh, don't worry. We will. What is my favorite of my characters? Gee, I wonder. Sorry, I'm like troubleshooting right now. The internet. What do I like about my own art style? I don't know. I feel like it's pretty developed. I like to think. I don't know. It's hard to look objectively at my own work. But I feel like when I see people try to draw in my style, it tells me more than looking at my own work. Ah. Am I listening to any music right now? Yes. I am listening. I do this fun thing when I stream where I just put one song on repeat. And that's my music for the entire 2 hours. So today it is Wicked Little Town from Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It's the mood I'm going for, and I like this song. Yeah. I did unfortunately look up this song on YouTube last night because I was like, I want to listen to Wicked Little Town. And I was forced to remember that Riverdale did a musical episode with the song in this musical. And I was like, no, I forgot. I don't know why I added these fucking lines. They don't look good. Would you say it's pretty bad habit to not have an art style? Not really. I don't know. I feel like, here, let me get up on my high horse for a second on this fine Thursday afternoon. Um, Now that I'm answering less messages trying to troubleshoot the internet, F in the chat from my roommate. I feel like people tend to take art style and all of that a bit seriously, and how to word it is nice to have an art style, but at the end of the day, I feel like art is not as there shouldn't be strict rules to this shit. So and a lot of people tend to hyper focus on this sort of illustration, comics, animations bubble of art. Like there's more to art than that. There's an entire world outside of that. And, if you want your art to look a certain way, then strive to do that. But if you feel like you're kind of just flitting around doing whatever, that's valid too. I don't know. It's deeply subjective. you know, if you're drawing something and you're thinking, I don't have a style, but I wish my art looked like this, then try to make your art look more like the way you want it to look. That's your goal. But if you're like, I don't really have a style and I don't really feel bad about that, but I just kind of make whatever. I think that's okay. I mean, it's hard to look at my own work and see like this is my style. And same goes there, like if I'm doing work that's like not digital work, I feel like this is a different style, cuz like, I drew this too. And I feel like this isn't my style, but it is cuz I did it. I don't know. Just make things. Make things that you like. Also, trans rights. Ah. How do you spend 8 hours a day drawing? My schedule's kind of whack now that I work at home and never get to see my coworkers slash friends. So I wouldn't say I spend 8 hours straight a day drawing, but if I ever do, it's because it's my job and also because I enjoy it. Do I have any advice on how to improve line art? I feel like I started this point and then stopped because I don't have an attention span. Um, I mean, that's kind of a broad statement. I don't. What's the issue with your line art? If it's a matter of just making it look clean, it, what am I drawing right now? Schmando, baby. It's Thursday. Karina draws whatever she wants, and it's always the same thing. My line art is too clean. I love yours. Interesting. I mean, if you're working digitally, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say if this is a digital line art type situation. Yeah, try different brushes. Is your smoothing on at a weird setting? But God, what am I doing? I think it might be the brush. Solid round brushes always make line art look really clinical and lifeless. Yeah, do you have any sort of like pressure tapering or anything? Just don't do line art. It's an option. But why am I drawing this? I don't want to do this. But yeah, I don't know. If you're never, because like I'm at the point in this drawing where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have used this heckin' brush because now it looks it looks a certain way, and I don't know if I want to commit to this. But I feel like if you're kind of struggling with line art, maybe one of two things. One, it's your drawing technique. You know, if you're having trouble doing a straight line or something, have you tried elbow? Pivot from your elbow. Big swoopies. Because drawing is still emotion, you know? There's technique to it, and you got to exercise your drawing arm and move it. Have you tried elbow? I'm kind of curious if I want to keep drawing with this brush. Wait, why is this tiny? Ew, maybe I will just scrap this whole thing. This is kind of small. Just because I have said this a bajillion times. Yes, procreate good. What did someone ask? Hick. I just found out you made dirty paws and I shit my pants. That's me. Should we greet Jacob as the fool? Is Jacob the fool? Don't be mean to Jacob. I feel bad. I've brought on a new era of bullying the fuck out of Jacob, and you shouldn't do that. What is the discussion? What do you blind tablet? Do you mean the tablets that don't have a screen? What? Yes. Okay. I exclusively worked on tablet, just a regular tablet that does not have a screen on it, until 2017. I just said I did dirty paws. I did dirty paws on a tablet with no screen. That's just a matter of practice. It is really weird to like be drawing down here and looking at a separate screen. But after a while, you just get used to it. I don't know. I've always been the type of person where it's like, oh, this is what I have. So I'm going to learn how to use it. Like even once I got an iPad, I used it without any type of screen protector for about a year, I think, a while. And I just learned to draw with the glass texture. It's a little slippery, but I was like, yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. It's just whatever you feel works. I've done so much on not Cintiqs, on just regular tablets. It's just a matter of, feeling comfortable enough to do it. Do I ever use brushes that change pressure? Yeah, I love pressure sensitivity. We love a sensitive brush. Okay, why do I feel like this is still too small? What if I just keep making this bigger and bigger because I'm irritating? You said you like the smudge tool on Procreate, but what brush do you use with it? Most of the time, just the 6B pencil. I love the 6B pencil. I'm in a committed relationship to the 6B pencil. Why do I not like this? Why is this? Ew. Okay, this I like. Yeah, this is the brush I usually use for Photoshop. This is the one I usually use for sketching in Drawfee. I just haven't been using it to ink a lot lately, but I do all of two demons in this. This is the Animator pencil at various sizes. Because I love to not commit to inking. Oh, thank you, Matthew Wingo. Be a soft pencil, right? Yeesh. Are we talking about like real pencils? IRL pencils? It's been so long. Okay, I think this is how I'm going to ink this piece. I love a non-committal inker. I love I love inking with a pencil because fuck certainty. It's already 4:30. I see I've spent most of this stream just drawing one face. What else is new? I should probably finish Nando right now. We should do a traditional speed draw on Drawfee. That would be fun, but it's just kind of that would require setting up a camera. And it's just difficult to do any type of like setup right now. um, can we get arm stream again? No, this is face stream. God. Should probably figure out what's going on with your face, buddy. Do you ever post an unedited version of your speed paints? You mean a version that's not 7 minutes long? I don't know. Those get pretty long. I should do a sketchbook tour someday. I don't know if any of us actually keep sketchbooks. That's been so long. I always want to keep a sketchbook, and then it's just not this. It's just harder to do now. Would you ever consider selling an art book? I have some sketch scenes. I've made sketch scenes in the past. They're mostly just compilations of things I already put online, so I don't know. Like a real art book? Ugh. Would you ever consider, or would you guys consider doing another artist draw historical figures as anime characters? I'm sure. I'm sure it'll come up again eventually. We actually recorded one, me, Nathan, and Caldwell, like last year, but the audio got all messed up, so it's a lost episode, and I'm sad because I like that one. If we ever do another one, I might just repeat the same thing I did for that one because I liked the one I did. When did I decide to be an artist slash animator? I don't know when I decided per se, but I was always interested in it, so it was always something I was kind of pursuing. As covered in last week's stream, there's in my hometown, Houston, Texas, there is an arts magnet school, so I was able to go there as a high schooler and focus on art, so that was lucky that I was able to do, have that opportunity. And I think by the time I was doing that, I was like, yeah, I want to pursue art. I was very interested in anime and animation at that point, and I was doing a little animation on my own time. And I was like, yeah, I think this is what I'm interested in pursuing. I don't know. HSPVA? Yep. That's where I went to high school. How often do I check my email? Semi-regularly, but I also forget to answer things, so I'm very sorry. Feel free to bother me again if it was something vital. How many episodes have been lost since being independent? I think 2. Yeah. Do I do art warm-ups? Not strictly. Not at the moment. This is definitely the first thing I've drawn today. This many sketches. Nando, what is your hair? What is your hair at any given point in time? I don't even fucking know. There's a wind, but if I break that shape, it'll look weird. So that's just what it's gonna be. The Yugi cutout is incredible. I always thought you were joking about it. Why would I joke? I hate jokes. Huh? Yeah, I hate jokes. Fuck jokes. You hang out around too many funny guys and you go on and hate jokes. Like, I get it. You do stand up. You don't have to do it for my benefit. I'm fine. Have you ever read the Drawfee fan wiki? Of course I have. I'm very nosy, so if there is any content out there that might have anything to do with me, I seek it out. So just assume I see everything. Do you have suggestions for a good stand or pen case for iPad? I don't know. My iPad's right here. The one I have is just one of these notebook style cases. And I have a million notifications. Do not look at them. But I have, I don't know where my camera is. I have a thing that holds my pen. So I just like that. But the sad part is I can't put any accessories on my pen or else it won't fit into that case. I see a lot of people use the one where the pen is just like a little hole on the outside. So do I want to flip this? Do I want to flip this live on screen? I hate drawing forward, dead center forward faces and having to flip it. It's going to look bad. Such a big part of Drawfee is the energy dynamic of the conversation. Have you practiced on or work on your banter skills? No, that's why I was really quiet when I first started being on Drawfee. I'm just gonna flip it. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, the practice was just that I kept doing episodes and becoming better friends with everyone. I love them. Here's kind of wonk, but otherwise, clean flip. Good show. On the iPad, do you draw flat on a table or tilted? This is one of those alignment charts. It's like lawful good, tilted, chaotic good, flat on table. Me, I draw laying down and I have it on like my chest. I usually draw like this. Because that's comfortable to me. Yeah. Sometimes I draw at this very desk and I'll have it, touching microphone again, I'll have it propped up against my Cintiq, which is delightful because then I start hitting my keyboard shortcuts. But I guess if I'm going to draw at a table, it'll be tilted. I can't draw laying flat on the table. I feel like that hurts my back. But yeah. Okay. Fun fact, I'm drawing in bed right now and my bones do be kind of hurting. I mean, does it hurt my neck or eyes sometimes? Yes, but but I like it. What am I drawing on right now? 22-inch Cintiq. Okay. Do I want his eyes to be that big? Do I have any tattoos? Yes. Can you see it? Is it showing? It's in the hardest place to show to a camera. Do I draw my in-between frames, like when I animate? Yeah, yes. I don't know if you can tell this by watching Drawfee animated, but if I start to get lazy, I just smear everything. I love cobbling my animations together with smears. Will we ever meet up for Drawfee? God, yeah, I hope so, but like, I don't know when, but I can't wait. Yeah, I do want to see the producers again. I miss them. Why did I draw a face facing forward? I hate doing this. Every time. Do I have other OCs I like to draw? I have other OCs that I never draw. um, I just have a really short attention span is all, so at any given moment I am hyper focused on one thing and one thing only. Did I go to school for drawing? Yeah, kinda. My major in college was animation, which I did do a lot of drawing classes and does require a lot of drawing. And my high school was an art magnet, and I did a lot of drawing there too, as well as a lot of other things. It pushed you to become an animator instead of an illustrator. I think I just liked the medium of animation more in terms of storytelling. Because I did a lot of comics and stuff in high school, but I also started doing a lot of animation, and I had a lot of fun with that. And I have talked before, I am a huge fan of Satoshi Kon, and I was a huge fan of Satoshi Kon in high school. So I was very inspired, especially by Paprika, to get, to try out weird experimental things in terms of framing your narratives. So I think I just found that so cool, and that's what made me want to go into animation. Pros and cons of digital drawing. For me personally, the pros are less materials. It's expensive to get a tablet and a computer and all of the software and stuff. But once you have it, you can do basically whatever you want. Forever, or at least as long as you have it. Whereas, especially as someone who used to do a lot of marker illustration, that shit costs a lot. And it got to the point where even if my dad offered to buy art supplies for me, I would never ask him to buy markers for me, because I felt like that was so expensive and I didn't want to do that to him. So I did stop doing marker work just because I found it so increasingly difficult to justify. So, and you can undo. There's always a way back in some shape or form when it comes to digital drawing. Where if you mess up a traditional drawing, I feel like that's kind of it. You got to get real creative to undo that. But for me, the con is that it's not tangible, which, there's something special about having something in your hands that exist. Not to be fake deep or something, but there's a reason I get so hyped whenever I'm able to print a book. and suddenly all of my digital drawings are on, a page. It just feels special. But for me, that's the big thing. I'm just like, what I would give, what I would give to feel that way all the time. What's your stance on Timothy Chalamet? LMFAO. I don't know. Who do I know this man? What has been your favorite speed draw episode? I don't know if I can pick a favorite. I just like doing speed draw episodes because it's not the huge. This looks like Garbo. Why did I draw this? Nando, you look like shit. I just like doing speed draw episodes because they're fun. We typically have a lot more time to work on them, so it's more of just like I get to draw like an art piece that I would do on my own time, I guess, instead of it being a bit more rushed, which I just like. I love not being rushed. But they're all really fun. I don't know why I'm making such a fuss over this glasses line. It's not going to show that much when you zoom out the entire thing, but okay, I'm already doing it, so. They're off center. Why are they off center? Thank you for saying my 30-minute drawing was good. I think it's fine. I just don't have feelings about it because I did it so fast. As you can see on these unplanned streams, I work very slowly, so doing a drawing in 30 minutes just kind of ick. What brush am I using right now? This is the Kyle's Animator pencil with weird settings because I thought it looked nice, and now I'm just second guessing myself again. Why does this look so crusty? This one doesn't look as bad. Who is Kyle? He's just a guy that makes a ton of Photoshop brushes. Just gonna color that in because I'm boring. You ever guys do a swap art style challenge again? I don't know. I'd be down. How did I acquire a giant Yugi cutout? I've told this story on a different stream, but long story short, my mom got it and I took it. Where did she get it? Somewhere online. If you just look up Yu-Gi-Oh stand up, you'll find it. Why did she get it? Let me just find the picture. Let's see. Dilsor. Yeah, let's not have the keyboard right on my microphone wire. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. She got it for her Christmas tree, and then I took it. Yeah. So, same guy. Because, you know, once she didn't need it for the Christmas tree anymore, there wasn't a lot to do with it. So I just took the whole thing because I'm selfish. And she offered, so. Your mom likes Yu-Gi-Oh? Not really. This is kind of a thing she's been doing. She likes decorating. And she likes being involved with my interests, which is really cute. So the past few years, she's been doing... Yeah, let's share photos, because drawing is hard. You know what isn't hard? Remembering nice things. Okay, so the past past 3 years, she's been doing different... Oh, cool. This is when Tumblr said, I hate having a working layout. So she did Hanzo in 2018. Warm wishes for you, Hanzo. And then the balls all had little Hanzo hats and said things like forgiveness and redemption. Tumblr is such a non-functioning thing. I can't open this picture, but yeah, this was the tree. It says merry and bright, and it has a little Hanzo, and it has a Hanzo star. Where's the other one? And then in 2017, for those who don't know, that was the year that Hurricane Harvey hit. So around Christmas time, my parents were still getting their house fixed because the floors got all messed up due to Hurricane Harvey. So they weren't able to put up a Christmas tree. But my mom made this, which is the Macrismas tree. It's just a wall tree. And so this was her first themed Christmas tree, and it's my favorite thing in the world. It's so funny. It's so creative. I was so delighted by it. Can I zoom? Can I there my favorite part is the Believe McCree. She had this thing that said Believe with Santa on it, and then she pasted McCree's face over it. You're Filipino? Yeah, my mom's Filipino. I'm half. So, yeah, she put my name on the tree and all these boots and guns. And she put the name Jesse on the tree because, you know, for those who don't know, Jesse is McCree's first name, but it's also my IRL sibling's name. So he kind of took back seat on this Christmas. Sorry, bro. But yeah, she loves doing stuff like that. And she doesn't really like get it. Like she has a pretty decent understanding of the things like of Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, but she doesn't like, she knows about as much as having a daughter who's helplessly devoted to a franchise would allow you to know. It's really funny because whenever she talks about Yu-Gi-Oh, she'll be like, she'll call Yugi Yug because that's what she learned from watching the Drawfee animated. It's very sweet. I love her a lot. She's a delight, and everything she makes is good. Hey, it's 5, and I've accomplished so little this stream, but I'll keep working on this because I have an idea for this. I think I'm going to make this into a GIF, and it'll be really cute. Yeah, she's a genius and a wonderful parent, and I'm so grateful for her. So, thank you for hanging out with me while I started a drawing. Maybe next week we'll do a different segment of a drawing again. What's this year's Christmas theme? Not sure yet. I have an idea, but I don't want to spoil it. She gets kind of embarrassed when I talk about her online, so I try not to talk about it too much. But I think she does enjoy the attention she gets from her decorating stuff, so I'll just leave it as a mystery. But thank you guys for hanging out. Next week we'll do something. I don't know what. It'll probably be unplanned as usual, but thank you. If you haven't watched today's new episode, it's really funny and you should. So go check that out at the Drawfee Show YouTube. We stream every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time. And I'm usually here alone on Thursdays for the time being. So next week we can be emo together because I won't be seeing My Chemical Romance. But until then, check us out in our various places and see ya. And thank you everyone who subbed. Sorry, it's getting harder and harder to read, but it's always greatly appreciated. And we love you very much. Thank you. I'm going to log off now. Bye.